Hi, Facebook family and friends. I'm Terri Hatchett,
Y'all know what's up when I'm sleepy.
and we are the Hatchett Chronicles.
Wow.
Oh, well.
Sleepy, y'all.
In this bedroom studio type thing. And so, that ain't right. And so, when y'all come on, we'll make sure that y'all hear me.
Everyone's in the comments.
If you hear us, type a one. If you can see us well, type a one. Because we are not in the studio. So, sometimes it be acting ugly up in here. Up in here, up in here. Music. No, untap. What is it? Wait. That's a whole one. See now. Talented. Oh, yeah, I'm really messing up today. Brackets. Dot com. I think I got it. Untaptalentrecords.com. Yep. Okay, so hi everybody. I have put in www.untaptalentrecords.com is where you can go to see all the updates of what's going on in our life, what we're doing, what's going on with our artists. So please go to www.untaptalentrecords.com. Um, just some quick plugs. We're on our last chapter of our book. It's gonna be done soon. I'm so excited. Whatever, man. So look for that. Hi.
Chris Allen, what's happening?
Look for that. What's the name of it? From My Rib. We've been working on it so long, I forgot the name. Whatever, man. So that'll be done soon. Um, I got a surprise for y'all. I am working on something else. It's another book, but it is going to be really, really good. So as I get more into that book, I'll tell y'all more about it. Anybody who are Uber drivers, who have a business,
Just Jay, what's good?
who need some legal advice, please IM me because I have something for you guys. So if you own a business, if you need some legal help with anything, you do Uber or Lyft or any of the driver ride shares or anything like that, please IM me.
Message you, not
Oh,
I am.
well, messenger me. Or get in touch with my husband and tell him to pass my number on.
No, I don't want to get involved in that. I don't have nothing to do with that. I got enough on my as it is. And yeah.
You see, you
So
see, you see, do you see?
yeah.
Bam, bam. Um, and so what else? Oh, so what else I got
Jay, did
going?
you get them files yesterday? Did you did you get your weed transfer before it expired?
Also, don't forget that I help small businesses get up and running, help you with your EIN and your license and all that and anything you need like that. I just thought I'd say that because I'm helping someone right now get their business up and running. So I still do that. God, by the way, guys, that's not on the website, but I do it. So if you need help with that. Oh, my our artist, Just Dominic. He is number 2 in second place for the urban gospel artist of the year. And so you can still vote for him at
Second place, y'all.
www.gospelchoicemusicawards.com.
And thanks to a lot of y'all too,
Yes,
man.
thank you for the support. So he's doing good. Hey, Justin, love you too. So he's doing really well. So keep on voting for him because we want him to win, win, win. He is going to win. We claim it. But we really appreciate y'all support in that. What else is going on? What you got going on? You didn't work this week. You on vacation. My husband seemed to be on vacation. I ain't see him doing no work this week.
I'm sleepy. I did take this week off, really. Well, not. Yeah,
he
I
did.
did.
He took the week off.
I deserve it. It's my own business that I can do as I please.
Oh, you got.
Cuz, what's happening?
You see, he's cranky.
I really just needed a break, man. I got some files together. I sent out files. I got some files. Thanks to my brother Just Jay, he sent me a dope folder. Jazzy B sent me a folder. I'm still separating the music for that. I think I'm gonna do. Uh, Forgive me, y'all. I think I'm gonna do a toe tap tomorrow night. I don't know. It seemed like all the whack DJs is getting ready to take over, get ready to take over Facebook again. The Jazzy B taking over Monday nights, $10 taking over Wednesday nights. I might jump back in on Tuesday nights. It's gonna be, boy, listen, Facebook gonna get tired of the whack DJs, man. We be lighting that thing up.
And I have been playing on the radio station, y'all, which is still going on. You can hear the radio station or go to the website and click from there. But it's been all of the DJ Mustafa, DJ Get Loose,
DJ Tamil,
DJ Tamil, Nixon the Mix, and DJ Extreme. And they've been running for 2 weeks now.
Yeah, it's been a takeover.
With additions like Just Dominic, which is on been in the gospel rotation. Chris Marzell been in the club rotation, and I've even put Del Royale in there. His music has been in there too. So listen to the radio station, you guys. And something new. We're kind of merging with a gospel station who's only on for about maybe one day, 1 day a week, 4 hours. And so we're kind of merging with them. So we will be doing drops for them for their radio station. And also we will be having some of their artists come over to our station. So listen to our stations because it's going to be some new stuff there you might enjoy.
Yeah.
What's the Untapped Music Radio airtime.pro, or go to www.untappedtalentrecords.com
and get any link, anything, any.
Yeah.
Get any.
Yeah, any. So that being said, let's get into the subject. Hi, Eleanor.
Eleanor, hey, how are you?
Oh, forgot. Gotta say in the beginning, we are streaming live from Facebook and YouTube, trying to switch over to YouTube.
Daniel, don't come in here starting that.
Hi, son, I miss you.
You see what he said?
Spank me. You know what? I can't. Yeah. And so go to YouTube.
Like, comment, subscribe, and push the notification bell.
Yes. And so, like I was saying before, people got in. If you guys are Uber, Lyft drivers, drive share, if you guys have own a business, or if you are just need some legal advice, call me, IM me, whatever. Get in touch with me. I got something for you. Okay, so that being said, the subject tonight is what, baby? I'm still a man. He act like he don't know.
Don't leave it to me.
I'm still a man is the subject. So
somebody tag James Rodman.
Yeah, tell James come on in because
Eunice White,
Eunice should be in soon. I know she was coming back.
Erica Joy.
Erica Joy. What about? I haven't seen her in a while. Tara.
Who?
Tara.
Oh, yeah, Tara.
Tamara.
Jamal. Yeah, she
Jamal.
been working on some stuff. She's working on she's working on a new project actually, and two of the records of mine.
Okay, well, this was inspired by actually a number of things that have been going on. Um, Reading Rodman book, which is again, I say that was a read. Anybody need to go out and get that book.
My Butterfly.
My Butterfly. It was a very very good read.
www author
Dot
James Rodman
Arthur's.
.com.
Yeah, and it also was inspired by some conversations I've been having. And basically, I'm still a man. What that subject is about, our men kind of have a burden on their shoulder to be a man or to be whatever that word man means to society, because society would say that a man's supposed to be strong, not supposed to cry. Man can't be sensitive, but yet and still, if they're not sensitive enough with the kids, then they not being right with the kids. Um, Frank, I thought you was like the son, like no days off. LOL.
Man, I was. I had to switch it up, bro. I had to switch it up, man. I had to. I just got some new equipment and stuff in, man, and all of that. I've been hooking stuff up and swapping files and all of that stuff. So I really just had to I needed to take some downtime, man, for real. So I haven't really done anything this week, man. I just, kind of rearranged stuff and that's it. I didn't really do too much work. Like even today, man, I went in the studio all of 2 hours, came right back out of there. What you looking up
So
in the sky for?
I was waiting for you to get done so I could finish what the topic was about.
What's your topic about?
Whatever. So, like for instance, it's also the subject was also inspired because I guess I'll give y'all a hint. I'm writing a book, and the book is about depression, and it's called Praying to Take a Breath. And so, in writing that book, um, there's men and women characters, and in writing that book, that's also how we came up with the topic. I'm still a man, because men go through depression too, but it's not as widely talked about as women. Women has a lot of groups and a lot of um help and a lot of
And it ain't a lot of stuff like that for
yeah,
women.
it's not a lot of things for men. So we like to open the topic that says, men, it's all right for men to be depressed and have some kind of leeway and help too, because women have all the help.
And it's also good for men to cry.
Mm-hmm.
It's also good for men to express themselves. It's also good
Hey,
to
James,
what's up,
we were
brother?
just talking about you.
It's also good to just be able to be yourself. And men don't have to be hard all the time. We don't have to be, this brick wall all the time. We don't have to be, because like my wife always says, society says, and it's I guess society, we looked at men are looked at, especially black men are looked at in a certain light. If we're depressed about something, we should hide it. You know what I mean? We solve if we cry or if we feel a certain way or you want to express your feelings. Oh, Joker, you soft. You know what I mean? But I'm still a man at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I'm still a man. I'm still a human being. I'm still a person. I make mistakes. I feel. I hurt. I wonder. I think. You know what I mean? All of these things. still, I feel these things and I think these things, and I'm still a man. So I mean, that's what basically kind of sparked up this whole um,
topic of I'm still a man. Because, well, first let me just say, yeah, Eleanor said Frank's been tired since his honeymoon. What did she do to you, bro? Then she said, "Oops, I meant anniversary. Guess it was a honeymoon, though." And hello,
she
Steve
put it
White.
on me. She put it on me. No,
He has taken off since then and been tired since then. I don't know what happened. um, Putting in work. So yeah, so it's another thing about yeah, I know you would. You also helped me come up with that topic, James, because in reading your book and in a lot of things that's been going on, I'm writing a book about depression, and there's 8 characters and 4 of them is men. And there are so many men who suffer with depression, but it's not widely talked about amongst the man community because it's almost like it's taboo.
and it's not. You know what? And it's not only just depression. It's just things. Period. You know what I mean? And then there's no help, like help groups for men because, quote unquote, we what a bunch of dudes getting together to talk. That looks kind of suspect. 5 or 7 dudes getting together to talk out some issues or something like that. That would look in society's way of looking or thinking, that look kind of suspect. You know what I mean? Like we don't. There's no help. Like there are help things for men, but there aren't. Like you said, for women it's widespread. There's a bunch of things, but for men it's really not too many things because we are supposed to be the dominant species and supposed to be strong, and nothing's supposed to bother us. And you know what I mean? If you crack, you solve, and it's just crazy. And I'm just a man. I'm just a man.
Um, so Steve, the reason why I said I'm still a man because it's kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Okay, so society says that if you cry, you're weak. You're not a man. If you do this, that's not a man. A man don't do that. You got to be strong. You got to be a man. So I made the topic, I'm still a man. So that
Regardless.
regardless, there is no as opposed to, it's like, it doesn't matter. A man can be sensitive. A man can cry. A man can be sensitive when it comes to their kids. They can have
Sensitive when it comes to
depression.
the woman.
Yeah. So, but
Sensitive when
that
it comes to
doesn't
certain things.
negate or take away from them being a man. So that's why the topic is I'm still a man.
At the end of the day, I'm still a man. I'm just a man.
Why, Eleanor, who said you had to behave tonight?
Chris, that's exactly why. What?
Chris said that is this exactly why I have my platform issues of men.
Oh, word. Yeah, that's a dope. I gotta come on there one day too, bro. You gotta let me know.
James said we need to talk and express ourselves more often for sure. Grown folk stuff.
That's right. That's right. Eleanor said I'm gonna behave. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know who told you to behave tonight, Eleanor. I don't think you have to behave,
And
baby.
Steve said, "Shoot, about what?" And then he said, "Okay, all right."
I don't think you have to behave, Eleanor. Don't behave. You be yourself.
Not tonight. I'll get the back of your head
So
kicked
I
in.
just want to hear some of you guys input. Chris, I know you know because your book is very expressive of that too. Um for those of you who did not didn't get a chance to read Chris' book, Chris, put your information in. His book is very
Yeah, Chris
powerful
got a dope book too.
in that. So I appreciate a man that's sensitive and shows his feelings.
Most women do. Most grown women do. But chicks or girls, They don't understand that.
I think it's a society. I think societies have put that label on men, whereas men's supposed to be a certain way. I remember there was something on Facebook about this was a long time ago, a couple of years ago, where a man and his son was hugging or something like that, and they made such a big deal out of it.
And he kissed his son.
Yeah, and they made such a big deal out of it.
My son will be 31. Our son will be 31 in 2 days.
Hi, Eunice.
I kiss that joke all the time. I kiss my brother. He's 53.
And I have to compare. Well,
Man,
everybody
look.
know I have a great husband, but I have to say this. One of the things my husband is a manly man, but he's never afraid to tell another man, "I love you." Hey, brother, I love you. Hey, brother, it's all he has that, and society would say that's men are not supposed to do that. And I am so glad that I am blessed with a husband that he knows it's okay to be sensitive, and he doesn't.
You know what? I got that from my father. God rest his soul. Before my father passed away, I was supposed to give him a haircut, and my father was locked up, and then when he was in the halfway house, I went to see him when he was in the halfway house, and he asked me if I would cut his hair, and I was surprising him, and I bought him a jacket. So when I went to cut his hair and take him his jacket, um, this was the last time I saw him. He wasn't feeling too good. So I was sitting there and I was talking with him when I was cutting his hair, and I was wondering why he kind of like got into this real deep conversation. I couldn't like put A and B together. I guess my pop knew he was gonna go. You understand what I'm saying? I guess he knew that he was gonna, leave me or leave us. But anyway, um, he said to me when we was talking, he said, Frank, listen, I want to tell you something. I said, what's up, Dad? He said, listen. He said, if you love someone, you need to tell them. He said, man, woman, child, cat, dog, bird, don't ever be afraid to express your feelings as a man. He said, because you never know when that person will not be here anymore, and you'll never get a chance to ever tell them that. He said, so, your friends, your boys, whatever. He said, man, if you love them, tell them you love them every chance you get. He said, give them basically give them their flowers while they're alive. You know what I mean? And I took that from him and I was like, okay. And I thought it was kind of strange he said that. He said, listen, it's okay for you to tell your brother that you love him. It's okay to tell one of your partners that you love them. That's just the way you feel, and it's all right for you to tell them that. He said, because, something happened to your man. He said, you got a dude that ride with you, that do everything with you. You run around, y'all do everything together. God forbid something happened to him. He said, and you never got a chance to tell him you love him. How would you feel about that? I said, that would be kind of messed up. He said, so don't you ever he said, don't ever let anybody tell you that it's wrong for you to tell a man or tell one of your partners or your brothers or something like that you love them. He said, if you love them and want to give them a hug, it's okay. It's all right. So I kind of took that and, I kind of took that. And then the next day, I told him, I said, well, Pop, I'll be back tomorrow. I got something for you. And he was like, okay, cool. And I was going to take his jacket back to him the next day. And when I went back the next day, when I went to sign in, they told me that my pop had passed away uh, late that night, late last night. And I guess he told me that because I guess he knew he was, he was leaving or whatever. But from that day, it's been About wow, uh, about 13 years, about 13, 14 years. Um, that's just something that I've always, you know, I've always said that to brothers that I love, like people that are close to me. I always tell them, I'll tell you I love you in a minute, and I mean it. And I don't, and it's not like I use the word loosely, like as if I'm saying, "Hey, how you doing?" If I say I love you, I really mean that.
And I think that's important for what you said that you got that from your pops. Because just like in Jane's book, I think it was important to, because he said who he patterned his being a man after. And that's very important because I think that's how a man, and I'm not a man, I can only just think this, but that's, I've always said that it takes a man to make a boy a man, and it takes a woman to make a girl a woman, because that's who you pattern in. I don't feel like I can make my boys. I had a conversation with my son the other day, and he was like, my you always told me that. He said, but I learned how to be a man from you. And I was like, I couldn't teach you how to be a man because I'm not a man. I could do the best I can with raising you, right, but it takes a man to make you a man. And so I've always felt that way, and it's a very good example, like I said in Jane's book, and from what my husband said, of where they get how to be a man from. How they get it from something that was taught to them, or something that they learned from an uncle or father. That's what you learn it from.
That we lost in the feed. You got.
I know. I gotta go all the way up. Okay, so we're gonna go
Hold
back
on, y'all.
to. Okay, so
Oh,
everybody's just saying how. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so James said we're taught not to cry, so we feel strong. But reality makes us learn crying is healing, especially when you love your family, kids, friends, etc.
That's right.
That is so true.
Crying is healing. Is healing.
DJ Just Jay said, Frank, love you, brother.
Love you too, bro. For real, man.
Steve was saying, what's up?
Eunice
said, hi, what's up? Steve said, your pops was always a laid back brother.
Yeah, he was, man. Yes, sir.
Eleanor said, I want a man to feel comfortable enough with me to let his emotions come out.
That's important, man.
I think that's how you learn as a couple to communicate better, if you can talk deep with each other.
Right.
Hi, brother. James said, rest in peace. My condolences and love you, Frank.
Love you too, bro. Crunch, you know the vibes, Crunch.
Steve said, James, put the title of your book up so I can go get a copy. You too, Chris Allen.
Open Wounds is Chris joint. And
James is My Butterfly.
Which that's a dope book too.
Chris said, thanks, Stephen Chronicles family.
No doubt. Thank you, brother. So I want to hear from my brothers out there, man. My brothers, I love y'all, man. I want to hear from the perspective of, you're just a man. So
do you feel the pressures?
Do you feel the ills and the pressures of quote unquote society says that you're not? But see, you know what? I can't even really pose that to our Chronicle family brothers, because I've gotten to know them and gotten to know their personalities if I've never met them in person before. But so everybody here I know already. Like I've known Crunch for years. Steve is my cousin. Me and Chris chopped it up, a bunch of times. We was in Virginia with Chris and all of that. So I mean, I kind of know like their take on. We kind of all are in the same, like in the same realm of things, so to speak. You know what I mean? We kind of don't really do the society thing, because everybody here, to me, my own opinion, and I'm just speaking from me in the way that I feel about all the brothers here, and even my little brother is on here. Boy, this dude, he's a man's man for real, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody here is a man's man. Everybody here is a man. This nigga said, "Man, answer the question."
You know, Rara, he's a one, so they're not they're not on the same level as we are. I'm sorry.
You shady.
No, it's funny.
You shady. You real shady.
Wait, we gotta go back because okay, he's telling his book. DJ just said, "Man, I can care less what people think. I have to go with my heart."
Word.
Steve said, "Some of us didn't have our pops around when we grew up, so the streets taught us how to be men." I think that's a very important point. Rara said, "What's the question, man?"
I was just gonna, just saying, what is your perspective on being a society says man as opposed to being your own man?
And and if you have felt the pressures of that society says
that you shouldn't cry, you shouldn't feel, you shouldn't be sensitive, and you shouldn't be understanding, that you always got to be hard, and if a man is depressed, he shouldn't feel that he should knock it off and man up, and like all of those things.
I have a question. About that.
Man, ask the question, man.
Okay. You know what? You can't get that. So here's a good question. So do you guys, and this is going to be real, I need to know answer to this. Do you guys believe that a man can be raped?
Hell yeah.
That's my question to you guys. Do you guys believe a man can be raped?
That was part of this discussion too.
Yeah, that was part of the discussion. If a man went into a police department and said he was raped, is that possible?
9 times out of 10, a lot of brothers might laugh at him. For real.
Rara said, "I don't care about society. It's about being honest with yourself and your loved one."
That's right.
Amen.
That's right.
Chris said, "Yes, he can." Rara said, "Hell no."
What?
Barney said, "Yes." Hey, Barney.
B, what's up, B?
A woman, my ass got me one night. Wait, now. Vigilante Poo said that a woman, his ex, got him one night.
I don't believe that. You vigilante pom slayer, bro. That ain't happening. Chris Allen, bro, I love you like cook food at grandma's. That is not happening to you. You slay the pom vigilante.
Society don't control my emotions. I do. So I gotta do me. And if I cry, so be it.
That's right.
That's Steve.
Word up.
Barney said, "Hey, family." Hey, Barney. So she jumped on my stick when I didn't want her anymore.
But you knocked it out the frame, though, didn't you, Chris?
It's quite possible, yet highly unlikely to be pursued since it's a woman doing the deed. You can't be raped with a hard on. So this is very interesting.
That's crazy.
Hey, I was sexually taken advantage of. Okay, so I think this is a very good and interesting thing because we have some say yes, we have some that says no.
I understand where Rock coming from, but at the same time, if you get an erection, that ain't rape.
Why it ain't?
That's not rape.
Maybe you can't control getting an erection.
Yes, you can. If you don't want to have sex, you ain't gonna get no erection. As a man, if that ain't what you want to do.
She did her business, but I was not present.
Huh?
Chris said she did her business, but he wasn't present. What if you're drunk?
If you're drunk and you get an erection, you ready to get busy.
Yeah, but what if you don't want to? If
If you
somebody,
don't want to, you're not gonna get an erection. I don't care what nobody says. If that's not what you want to do, your feelings ain't gonna be there. The lust ain't gonna be there. None of that gonna be there.
so you telling somebody who got taken advantage of, you saying that they couldn't be possibly raped? Like, let's say there was three girls and a guy, and they gave him some drugs or something, a state rape drugs or something like that, and they took, and he didn't really want to, but he was drugged off of it.
If he
So
was drugged and he passed out and they did something to him, that doesn't actually mean he's gonna get an erection. You understand what I'm saying? They just doing whatever they can at the time. If I just believe that if you don't want to have sex with somebody, you're not gonna get an erection. You're not gonna get an erection. That's because you mentally you have to be into that in order for you to get an erection. Whether it's lust, whatever it is, you mentally need to be into that. It don't have nothing to do with a feeling. Your mind is telling in that sense, your mind is telling your penis what to do.
yeah, but what
It's not
about?
what it don't have nothing to me. This is my own opinion, y'all. This is what I'm saying. It don't have nothing to do with your heart. All right, wait a minute. You got to go back. Rara said you can't be raped with a heart on. Chris said
True
what?
that, GL, not on this day.
Facts,
Hey, I was sexually taken advantage of. That's
right?
just Jay said that.
Rara said
If you get erect, she's doing something you enjoy.
thank you.
Chris Allen, what? She did her okay, so we read that. Hey Timothy.
What
Peace.
up, cuz?
Steve, can I get a woman to please
Rape
come?
me.
You know what, Steve? Okay, so Chris said, okay, wait, let's go back. So wait a minute. Where did that go? Oh God, they wait. Okay, can I? And Rara said facts. Steve said woman. Chris said, bro, you wrong.
Who, me? I
Who
don't.
wrong? The blood flow to that organ and it will get semi hard.
Yeah,
Eleanor
Jesse,
said
you'll be right about that.
if a woman gets wet during a sexual assault, it is not rape.
Of course it is.
Okay, so what's the difference? That's what I'm saying. See,
I
and I
just,
can't speak for a man. I don't know, but I just think that a man, men have been asleep and got a hard on. So, and I could have if I wanted to because he was hard. You wake up with a hard on, so does that mean that you wasn't? What was you thinking about?
that's your blood moving in your body. That don't
Okay,
mean you thinking about having sex
okay, so
when you
that
wake
means
it up
that
when
you
you
can
wake up
get
in the
hard.
morning.
So that means you can get hard even if you're not thinking about it.
If you're awake and someone is trying to take advantage of you, I don't believe that you're going to get hard. I'm sorry.
Well, what about Viagra? That makes you hard.
That don't have nothing to do with Viagra.
I'm saying if somebody gave you a date rape drug or they gave you Viagra and got you hard.
You know what Viagra does? The only thing Viagra does, it stimulates, it enhances the moment that you're in. That's all Viagra does. When you think about sex and you want sex, that just enhances it. That's what Viagra does. That enhances the moment in that time. So the more you think about it, the more aggressive the drug becomes. That's all.
If a man gets wet, okay, you bugging cuz.
Who, me?
Um, well, as a man, you cannot get hard if you're not turned on.
Thank you.
He said it's mental. If she
Thank you.
don't want it regardless, it's great. Um, facts. If you're drunk, you won't care.
Steve, you dirty.
It's true. I think that's true. Okay, wait. There's so much. Why I keep facts?
Okay.
If you're drunk, Chris said that's your belief, bro.
That's my belief. I'm gonna stick by that one, bro.
Chris Allen, facts.
Barney said,
If I smell fish, I'm not getting up. Chris, website. Um, James said women 18 and over have sex with boys under 18 a lot. We just never talk about it.
But
What about slaves being forced to do things they don't want to? That's true. What about that?
That's right.
Okay, but there's been male slaves that was forced to. I mean, I'm not a man, so I can't.
I just think it's different for men and women. I do. And I'm just saying, mentally, you have to want, if I just believe that.
I think so, Eleanor. Eleanor said, don't most men wake up saluting? I think so.
Okay, so if you wake up saluting and that's just your blood flowing throughout the night.
Well, then that means your blood flow can flow at any time. And you can get, if your blood flow, and Viagra is not a mind drug.
You're sleeping. When you get a hard on, and when you wake up with a hard on in the morning, you wake up like that. You're not sitting around with a hard on. If you're sitting around with a hard on, you're a perv.
Steve, I disagree with that. He says, Eleanor, you bugging. If someone rapes you and you get wet, you were either horny or just enjoying the rape. That's not necessarily true because I can speak on a woman's point of view. That is not necessarily true.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true either.
Now, I can't speak for the man. I can make an argument, but I can't speak for a man. But that's not necessarily true.
I don't think that mentally, if a man mentally does not want to have sex, he's not going to get aroused.
And look, Just Jay said, not true. I was asleep and she said I got hard, so she took it. But hey.
Okay, but you was asleep, bro. And now if you was asleep and your blood was flowing through the night and you got an erection during your sleep and they take it, that's rape. It is what it is. But if you're fully awake and you're being forced into if you're being forced into having sex with somebody or forced into letting somebody, a female do something to you, whether it's going down or whatever the case may be, if you're forced into it and that's not something that you want to do, I'm sorry, but I don't care what nobody says, you're not going to get an erection because you're not into it. It's a turn on.
What if you're drugged though? You're not in your right mind, so couldn't you possibly get turned on because you're not in your right mind? You're not fully in your right mind.
I'm sticking to no, I don't think so. There ain't that much drugs in the world. I mean, it could be. I mean, it is, but okay. So Barney said, I agree with you, GL.
Steve said every day at attention, I go pee and it's gone.
Sure, I know that's right. It's a
Steve got, I've never enjoyed being forced raped. As for horny, babe, it's my nature. Okay. We told her she didn't have to be good. I don't know. That's all. James said women might get wet during rape. It doesn't mean she wanted it. Same goes for a harden for men. Rape is rape. I agree. I agree. Barney said, if I don't want it, they get nothing.
That's a fact.
Steve said, I know. A man can't be forced to have sex.
I don't think so either, Rod. I really don't. I really don't think a man could be forced to. If you sleeping and you wake up and she jumping up and down on it, that's a different story. But
that's rape.
I was getting ready to say it's a different story, but it's still rape.
But Robert said a man can't be forced to have sex. That's a force right there.
If you're sleeping, you don't know nothing about it until you wake up and she's there on it. If you're up, you can't force me into having sex with you if I don't want to.
Okay, he didn't say up. He said a man can't be forced to have sex.
I'm just explaining to you what he meant.
Eleanor said, James Bond, exactly. There's a natural release. Facts. And edibles. Well, what, Steve? You're always talking about the edible. Eleanor, Terry, I was trying. Blame Steve. I know, baby. It's all right. That's why I said, just go ahead. You don't have to be good.
I didn't do anything yet. Rara said y'all getting it all confused.
No conscience is rape, hard, wet, or not. No conscience is rape, hard, wet, or not. Steve said I didn't do anything. Y'all getting it all confused. Okay, so break it down to us. GL answered the phone.
I'm gonna answer the phone and talk to you on the show, nigga.
Chris Allen, you're absolutely right. James, if she's 30 and he's 11, it's rape, even if he wanted it. Thank you. That's
Right.
molestation.
That's
Yes,
right.
it is. Yes, it is.
This guy, call him. Yo. Exactly. That's right. That's what I said.
What about if you sleep?
That's a fact. That's a good time. Right. I don't think it can happen either. Mentally, you have to want to.
No, no, no. Rape can be someone who you. If rape can be someone you know, if a woman can be raped by someone she knows, so why can't a man be raped by someone he knows?
Yeah. Just because.
Yeah, that's right. Can y'all hear?
Yeah. That's exactly, man. Listen, speak on it. I was just getting ready to say that. That's right. I don't think so either. I think that mentally, you have to want to be into that. I just think mentally, if you're not there and you don't want that, you're not going to get an erection. You're not going to get an
Well, I
erection
can't
mentally.
argue because I'm not a man. I don't know.
That's true. Right. Right. Yeah, yeah, it is.
Well, what if they go down on him and he doesn't want them? Is that not like
If they go down on him and he don't want it, they gonna be sucking on something soft.
okay? But is that not doing something that's wrong, like a molestation or
Yeah, I
something?
mean, of course that's wrong.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that's not rape. You was into that.
Okay, so let me ask a question about that. So if a man says that, this woman molested me, that wouldn't be, it would be like, are you serious? They wouldn't take him seriously?
I mean, it depends on I guess it depends on the circumstance. But if he's complaining about being molested, they have to look into it. They have to look into it. But then you got to look at, you got to look at the facts and the way that the thing how it played out and all of that too. You feel me? Me neither. That's it. And you ejaculating. Exactly. Yeah, that's a fact. That's nothing enjoyable about that, unless you into S&M and all that other craziness and all of that. You want to get beat and tied up and gagged and bond and all of that stuff. If you into bondage and all of that, then that's a different thing. But just to get, for a man to just take it like that, ain't no woman just gonna enjoy it.
Okay, so here's another question.
All right, Ross. So I'm gonna get back onto the what's the name? Yeah.
And
no,
we're glad that you came online.
And that was dope. Yes. Yo, that was dope. All right.
So here's another question, but because I got to catch up. So let me catch up, and then I have another question. This is getting tricky words. Wait a minute. If you wake up and someone is riding, that ain't rape.
Word.
Steve is crazy as hell. He's killing me over here. If she's 30 and he's 11, it's rape, even if he wanted it. Okay, I'm going to talk about that in a minute.
Who said that? James?
I think so. I got it.
You got to make sure you say
Yeah, James said that. And so Steve said I said that. Eleanor said, Barney, yes, he is. James said, this is getting tricky with words.
Yes, it is.
It is. Steve said, is that right? Yeah. Yes. Steve Guy, that's a good alternative to Folgers in your cup. Coffee can wait. Chris said, having consent is the key. True.
That's right.
Steve said, if you wake up and a woman is riding you, how can you call that rape? What was she doing in your bed or your house? Did the maid at the hotel unlock your door, come in and just jump on your erection? Now that might be rape.
That's the same thing what Rara just said.
Maybe.
That's the same thing.
Maybe she did.
No, he didn't say the maid, but he's saying if you laying down.
No, I'm saying maybe she did. Maybe it was. Maybe they have a vigilante dicky maid in the hotel. I don't know. DJ Just Jay said men need a Me Too movement. No one listens to us men. I agree with that, DJ. Eunice said there are many men struggling from guilt and shame of molestation rape. It burdens their relationship with women.
Yes,
that's what I want to talk about, Eunice. Wait a minute. Good, you wouldn't need it anyway. Okay, Sharif. Hey, Sharif. And James said, order the book, Chris. Keep pushing. Okay, so here's my question. So why is it that when a young girl when an older man get with a young girl, that's molestation, but when a woman get with a young boy, that's a notch on a young boy's belt. No, what about that?
It's still molestation. That's just like when those teachers, like when you got the teachers that want to mess with the young boys, that's molestation. They lose their job over that. And stuff like that. Even if the boy wants it, they look at the age limit and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Okay, Just Jay made a point. He said, "How is that not rape? I use the word sexual assault. That's just cause I had her in my house does not mean I wanted to have sex with her. That's what Just Jay said.
Okay.
So he's saying that just because he had a woman in the house does not mean he wanted to.
Off.
And flush the toilet, baby. I'm sorry, guys. We have our grandson. Flush the toilet, baby. What Just Jay is saying is just because he has. What's the matter?
What's scared of what?
What are you scared of?
What? Me?
Grandma? Why are you scared of me? Did I yell at you?
Scared of nothing.
Boy, go in there and go lay down.
Close the door. Close this door right here. This one. Thank you.
So
Samir. What?
Oh my God, that boy. Anyway.
Forgive me, y'all. My grandson is wild.
So what Just Jay is saying is that just because he have a woman in his house does not necessarily mean he wanted to have sex with her. And let's say he had a woman in his house and he told her she could sleep in the next room, and then the next morning she comes in his room and sees that he sleep and he has a hard on and she jumps on him. Would that not be assault? That's what he's saying.
Yeah, that's assault. With a deadly weapon.
Steve said that's not molestation, that's a lesson. You know what? Chris said, thank you, brother. Eleanor said women have been charged with rape more these days than ever before.
Yeah, I believe that too.
James said it's taboo to look at it as rape because most boys would be excited to do it. It's a rape because one is grown and one is underage.
That's exactly right. And that's crazy the way they look at that like that.
James Rodman, yes, because for some is their first experience.
Yep.
Rara said that's not rape if you keep going. Now, who are you talking about? Are you talking about what Just Jay said?
Yeah, if they jump on you and you and you don't push them off right away, and you lay there and your toes get to curling back and you make a few noises, it's no longer rape. You enjoying yourself. You might as well keep on. You might as well keep on letting her ride it out. might as well ride this one out on me. Oh, my bad.
A woman is not physically strong enough to rape a man.
I don't believe so either.
Not a man, but a boy. And yes, I know there's a difference, but that's molestation, but it's in that sexual assault. I'm not understanding a 30-something-year-old woman with an 11-year-old boy. Girl, me either. But it happens. I hate to say this, but a lot of white women and kids in school, I don't know what that's about.
Just Jay said she rolled me up. He didn't wake up. He was
She
drunk.
rolled me. I did not wake up. I was drunk.
Wow.
This is what I think. I think it is okay, are we talking about kids or men? We're talking about the male. We're talking about male and how male gets this
we get a stigma
put on them about certain things about them.
And I'm just a man.
And that's why it's called I'm just a man, because you can have, like, for instance, one of the ways you get the stigma is because if a boy get molested by an older woman, he's supposed to think of it more like a notch but he's not supposed to think of it like a molestation because it's an older woman, that's supposed to be a notch on his belt.
And it's my Teacher too?
Yeah, you know. And
Oh,
in reality, it's the same thing as a girl getting molested at a young age. It's wrong. It's not supposed to be done. He's a boy. And like Eunice said, what the heck is a 30-year-old looking at
an
a
11-year-old.
11-year-old boy in the first place?
Well, he might be hung low like his dad. Nah, let me stop.
Just Jay said, wait, she does not have to be strong to rape a man. And you know what, Rara? That was molestation because you were 17 and she was 30.
That was
You was still underage. I'm sorry, he was still underage.
That's society again. That's what that was.
Yeah, that's society again. But I'm sorry, if I'm 30 years old, I can't see me with a 17-year-old. Because what does a 17-year-old, what does he have to offer for me? I'm 30 years old.
Facts. What is that? What did Chris Allen say? Facts.
Um, Physically, game is strong. Psychological game is strong. Chris said fast. Psychological game is strong.
Right. I was 17.
With a 30-year-old, was I molested? Yep, you was. In my eyes, you was. Because she was 30 and you was 17.
He enjoyed that.
I know he did, but I'm saying this is the way I feel about it. He is
Eunice
taught
said
to look at it as a rite of passage, but it's wrong. Exactly, Eunice. That's how I feel about it.
and Just Jay said,
So, does that mean I wanted sex if it was reversed? Would that not be rape?
good question.
I think it was. Manipulation game was strong. You know, I'm sorry.
What?
Chris said manipulation game was strong.
And Robert said she got what?
She got what offered. She got what offered. And he laughed.
He got what was offered, I guess.
She got what was offered.
I guess that's what he meant.
Well, I just think that's wrong. You was 17, she was 30. She should have been out there where she can't get somebody her age or something. I mean, what she want with a 17-year-old? A teenager.
He doesn't look like the average 17-year-old.
It doesn't matter if as soon as he said he was, unless he lied about his age, as soon as she said he was 17, she should have been looking the other way.
That's what I'm saying.
Because that could have been her son.
That's society thing. They both consented to that.
Unless a woman puts a gun to my head or some kind of weapon and tells me give it up, then I'm not being raped. And if she drugged me, that was her weapon.
That's a fact, Steve.
That 17-year-old offered that 30-year-old his innocence. That's what makes her the adult and a rapist. Exactly, James. Exactly. That's exactly right. If I was 17 and she was 30, it may not have been right, but it was a lesson. You know what?
May not have been right, but it was good.
A woman can't rape me, let me speak for myself because I have control over my body. Okay, it might not call rape, but it was definitely molestation because you were
It's
in
only
your
molestation
teens.
because of the age limit.
Yes, because you were a teenager. She was a 30-year-old grown woman.
But that was consensual sex between the both of them.
Okay, but it was still wrong.
Because of the age.
Yes.
Society again.
Eunice said, old enough to be his mother. Exactly. That's what I said. That's disgusting. Old enough to be his mother.
Rara said what?
I wasn't innocent. Believe me. It's not about you being innocent. Of course you wasn't. I'm not saying you was. What I'm saying is that, yes, and it might have been consensual. But the fact was, as soon as she found out that you was 17, rightfully, she should have turned her head and walked the other direction. She had no business messing with no teenager. You wasn't even 18. She was 30 years old.
Actually, it was on the cusp of him turning 18.
But he wasn't 18. And he was still
The
a
night
teenager, and she 30 years old.
he met on her birthday. He met on a
Listen,
18th birthday.
let me ask you a question. If it was your daughter that was 17 and some 30 years old man, how would you feel about that?
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I probably will feel some type of way, but if she's gonna keep going to him and keep going, and
I'm talking about from the start. I'm not even talking about from the start.
if she look,
You know what, right? He talking about that's not old enough to be my mother, maybe an aunt. You know what? I get with you.
Chris says what?
My babysitter at 16 desire was so strong that she didn't care that she stripped me down naked, pushed me on the floor at 10 years old, and got on top of me. When it was over, she said she was sorry. Please keep this secret between me and you. You know what?
Me and you and me and who?
No, he's saying that's what she said.
Oh.
And I'm saying, for me, even though she was 16, she was old enough to know. He was 10 years old.
Yeah.
That was rape. That was molestation. That's not old enough to be okay. It's not the same.
Chef Lambo Ray said it's not the
What's
same.
not the same? Isn't the subject I'm still a man? Yep.
Yep.
A 30-year-old man ain't got no business being with a 17-year-old. Exactly. And neither does a 30-year-old woman got a business being with a 17-year-old. Come, I thought isn't issues. Wait, what? Wait, read that, baby.
I thought issues of men. He's talking about the podcast, I think.
Oh, I wish that was me. See, you know,
he's a freak boy.
Chris Ellis, she was a pervert. I agree. He was fresh at 10.
He was fresh at 10, little humper. That's my other
Girls
brother,
and
y'all.
men. I'm bound to ask my boys if some older woman jumped there. I'm about to ask my boys if some older woman jumped their joint. I just okay. So yes, I said the subject was I'm still a man because these issues don't just stem from when they get a man. They start from when they're young. Topic is I'm still a man. So throughout it all, we have to man up at the end of the day. Amen.
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 Okay, if I'm still a man, you think I'm gonna turn down that 30-year-old lesson I'm about to get taught? You know what? I'm done. Okay. I have no more arguments between you, Steve, and Rara. I'm done. She wanted that young material. They will say yes. What time is it? I'm done with y'all.
Yeah, there's time, actually.
Sexual or emotional?
I,
Sexually or emotionally?
if it's emotionally, you want it.
Facts, cuz. I'm just saying, and I can't speak for a man because I'm not a man. Okay.
Sharif says,
Yo, family, I had that happen to me. I was in the room sleep. She came in. Okay, I want to hear this story. Okay. Yo, family, I had that happen to me. I was in the room sleep. She came in the room and started riding me and then got mad because I didn't want to be in a relationship the next day and went back to school. And everybody that I raped her thought I raped her. Luckily, the door was cracked, and our brother walked past the room and peeked in and seen how she was on top of me, riding me. And she slipped up and told his wife that she wanted to do that. So the reality, I guess, I got raped. I just saying, the double standard.
Mm.
It is a double
It is a
standard.
double standard. That's a fact.
There has always been a double standard.
You said we're basically men at 17. That's a fact.
It starts. That's what society says. That's what society. That's my point. That's my point. That's what society will have you.
My brother said
Starts with women rubbing.
Ken dolls.
I know nothing about that. I'm not a man. I'm a freak boy.
That's a fact.
You know what? I can't with
I'm
y'all.
not a man. I did not
You're
know.
still a man. It is what I was referring to. Chris Phi Allen. Is Chris Phi Phil Allen? Is Chris Phil Allen? Oh, they're talking about the book. Stuffed bears don't count. Wolf says stuffed. Eli stuffed bears don't count. Sharif, Eli, did you have a orgasm? That's a good
That's what
question.
Rabbi said.
Robert said, Sharif, did you have an orgasm? Eunice said, rapper Little Boozy allowed his young son to get with older women. Like I said earlier, right of passage. He got some backlash about it. I don't think that's a rite of passage. I don't think that's right. That's just my opinion.
What that if a man lets his son get, if he lets his man get with a older woman sexually?
I don't think it's right for a older woman. Just like I don't think it's right for an older man to be with a young girl, I don't think it's right for an older woman to be with a young guy. And when I say young, I'm talking about in their teen or 10 years old. I don't believe in all that. I just think that's wrong.
Eunice, how old was Boosie's son?
Young Wood.
That's what Chris Allen said. James Robbins said, guys, don't, I can't see.
Guys don't realize doing it too soon ruins a boy's mentality in a way. I agree. Mentally, in a way. I agree. It ruins a boy mentally in a way. I agree. Steve said, I'm trying to buy his book on Amazon, but I see Phil Allen open wounds. It's not, but some people think so.
That's what Eunice said.
Yep. Y'all need to be talking about that Nay X video or Dwayne Wayne's son.
Oh, the Nas X video or Dwayne Wayne's son.
What? I didn't see it.
Little Nas X, he's gay. And he did country music. And Dwayne Wayne's son is gay. And Dwayne Wayne is, I guess he's supporting him or whatever. I don't know the whole situation about that.
Well, I have my thoughts on that too. See what had happened was LOL. Hell yeah, sorry, but not sorry.
So she ain't raped you, nigga. You enjoyed that.
Just bought it at authorchrisallen.com. Okay. Eleanor said, gonna say goodbye, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. You too, baby. Thank you once again.
Love you. Chris Allen says,
no, go to www.arthurchrisallen.com. That's where he went to, he said. Sus, you face. Oh, because I have my thoughts about that one too, but that's a whole nother topic because I think that, how you gonna tell, kids at a young age, I just don't think people should be just deciding what they are. I'm uploading new material on Amazon. It's not present or active. Good night. Good night, Chris. Love you too. So it is over the time. It's been an hour and 14 minutes. You guys, once again, a great topic.
We love you guys, man.
We love you. I don't know if we came to any
of the day to spend with us this hour and some change. Great topics tonight, man. A lot of insight was had. Hope everybody enjoyed the topic tonight. The floor is open for more topics, so send us some topics through Messenger on Facebook.
Love you, James.
Or text, call, or phone. You got the number or whatever.
Go to www.untappedtalentrecords.com and see what's going on. Vote for Just Dominic, which is Dominic on the Gospel Choice
Awards,
Music Awards site. Our books will From My Rib will be finished soon. I am currently after that writing another book about depression. What else going on, baby?
We got some stuff coming up. Just Jay said, I have a topic. Okay.
Okay. Eunice, I'm getting ready to call you in a few minutes. Okay. If you're available, are you home yet? Because I'm getting ready to give you a call in a few minutes.
I think you're a liar.
Liar. Good night, Sharif. Thank you guys again for the support. We will see you next week. Just Jay, you can put it in
put it on my messenger, bro.
In Messenger.
Oh, and shout out to everybody that's on a crunch and Sharif, if you're rocking out, Just Jay, Eunice, go to Jazzy B's page. We got the Meltdown Monday tonight. All the whack DJs supposed to be there. We're gonna go support him. He got the Meltdown Monday jumping off right now. It starts at 9 o'clock. So
anybody who's
head over there.
A ride share or Uber, Lyft, any ride sharing people, anybody who needs legal advice, anybody who has a business, please message me or call me or call my husband and get my number because I have some good information for you. And that's it. And thank you all. And I had a great night, people. Thank you, Just Jay, for the support. Listen to the radio station. We're still on. We're rocking the DJs, the whack DJs.
Thank you all so much. We love y'all. This is the Hatchett Chronicles, and we are OUT.
Peace out.
Peace and love, y'all.